person, a person who is very interested in farming and who does farming. Today, we are here to learn about mushroom farming. With me, I have an expert in the area. Kindly introduce yourself.
Thank you. I'm Victor Kemboy, and I am an horticulturist. I am an expert of mushroom, vegetable productions, and even fruit production, even including cut flowers.
Thank you, Mr. Victor. Now, today, I wanted us, together with Victor here, to go through a journey about mushroom farming. I want us to understand the essence of mushroom farming, what actually is mushrooms, how to differentiate about the various types of mushrooms. You see, we have the edible ones and we have the non-edible ones. Now, for instance, Victor, how many types of mushrooms we have?
We have a number of types of mushrooms, about 5, depending the location where it is grown. For what we are holding here, these are wild mushrooms. They grow in the bush. They grow in a cow shed. They grow in a field like this where we are. As you can see, this is a field, and this is where cows normally used to feed here. So there is that dropping of cow dung. So that's why you see these mushrooms here growing. And these mushrooms, they are edible. You can eat. You can enjoy your meal. A very good stew you can eat, so long as you have fried your tomatoes and your onions very well. Then you put your mushroom and you enjoy your meal. You can serve with ugali. You can serve with chapati and even mihogo.
Wow, I'm very thrilled. I'm very thrilled. It seems like today we shall be having a sumptuous meal. Now,
Pardon, Mr. Karani,
yes.
you have asked about the varieties. We have those varieties which we can grow indoors. When I talk of indoors, you know these mushrooms, they need a very closed room which is dark and very cold. So we have those mushrooms which you can grow indoors, and they are not big as this. Even you can find them in the supermarkets. They are small. In fact, this which I'm holding here, this is just the still tender age of this mushroom. But the ones which you normally grow indoors are bit this size, and there some are they are ball-like.
Depending on the type.
Yeah, the ball-like. Some are spread like this.
Like an umbrella.
Yeah, like an umbrella, but they are not big as this, because these are field wild mushrooms.
No, thank you, Victor, for that information. But it brings me to a very critical question here. Does it mean that it depends with where the mushrooms are, whether it's in an open field like here today, we are having very good ones. Then you have just mentioned about the point about where you plant them indoors. You have the smaller ones. So it depends with the area. Or
the size does not matter, because whatever you are holding, whatever I am holding, we have 4 types of sizes. This one is big. This one is still small, about 3 days old. Not even 3 days old. This is about 24 hours old. This one is about 2 days old. Even this one is about 2 days old. Depending the size, it depends with the nutrients in the soil, the substrate, the content, the nutrient content in that substrate. If that substrate is rich in nutrients that is responsible for growth, these mushrooms will have a very big size.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. I've heard you mention about like a few days old. What is the growth span of a mushroom? Maybe from the one to
mushrooms.
Yes.
They grow. This is the big mushroom. It's just as a medium. It's just in that order, and the smaller one. So if you check this one clearly, this mushroom, the wild mushrooms normally grow during the rainy season. And during that rainy season, this one cannot even grow for about 1 week. 4 days is enough. Now this one, this bigger one, which has already spread like an umbrella, it has already poured out the spores or the seeds of these mushrooms. So in the next rainy season, they will grow.
The next rainy season.
The next rainy season. But for the ones which has not poured out the spores, is just like this, because it has not yet opened. But the ones which are for indoors, we have some seeds even being sold in the aggregate. Not even in the aggregates, but specific companies who sell the seeds, but in spore form.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now, our main agenda today is about increasing the food on our
Yeah.
kitchen. We are related. I want to every Kenyan out here who doesn't know the difference between the edible mushrooms and the non-edible ones. I want our specialist today here to explain candidly the difference between the poisonous ones and the edible ones. Kindly, Mr.
So
Victor?
the edible one, as you can see, the difference between the edible and the difference between the edible and non-edible is that the non-edible, which is toxic, and you can find everywhere, it is pure white in color. It's not big as this. The cup is soft like a sponge. It's like a mattress. Not a mattress. We have this thing, cotton. Ukishika hivi ni soft sana. Ukishika gills ni soft sana. Na mguu yake, the stalk is kadhin. And during that, in that stalk, there is a ring.
There's a ring.
There is a ring.
A ring in the center?
That is a poisonous wild mushroom. But for this one edible, the cup is very hard, as you can see. It's very hard and fleshy. The stalk is fleshy and large and thick. And so this one can tell you, even if you can see this small one, the cup is very hard, and even the gills are very hard compared with the toxic mushroom, which is pure white. And if you tap like this, it is like a cotton. Yeah, thank you. Any other question?
Yes, please, of course. We have an issue of unemployment in Kenya. We have many youths who are very idling around. Maybe they don't see these potentials, and they see to an extent there's a platform here for young Kenyans to make money. Now, Mr. Victor, if I want the young Kenyan out there who wants to make some more money.
Yeah, mushroom farming. In fact, a kilo of mushroom can cost for up to 1,500 Kenyan shillings.
1,500.
And it's very rare to get.
Wow.
But growing mushroom is very easy. It's the easiest thing to grow because you only need a room made of, you know, manyata?
Manyata, yes.
Manyata?
Yes.
You just need a room like a manyata. It's just soil, which you can mold and build your house, and poles and rails to build your house. And again, when you want to venture into indoors, this one, I cannot advise you to grow wild mushrooms to grow it indoors, because it will be very hard even for you to harvest the seeds. But for the indoor mushrooms, you can still grow just with a substrate like dry grass or hay, and sorghum. You know sorghum? Sorghum. You can still use sorghum, and molasses. You know molasses?
Molasses, yes.
So you mix them, and then but first you have to dip them in the very hot water to sterilize, to kill any microorganisms. Once you dip that in a very hot water, you have disinfected. Then you can mix with sorghum. You mix with sorghum is pre-germinated. Not pre-germinated. The ones you have left, you have put in water. You have left to germinate.
To remove the
that will act as a substrate for mushroom. Once you have them, you put them in a polythene like this. Then you introduce your spores inside. Then you close, and then you make some small pores here, such that when the spores inside germinate, they will protrude through these
holes.
Okay. Yeah. And that's how you harvest. Once they protrude here, they will grow, and then you harvest. But remember, anything that is living has its own enemies. We have some pests that normally affect mushrooms, like which I've said, thrips, not aphids, thrips, and mites. That is the most affecting, and even beetles. I've seen beetles and thrips. So that one you have to look for chemicals, agrochemical or pesticides that can help you to control those pests.
Now, Mr. Victor, it means that even, of course, you have to cater for the challenges that might arise on the way. So it means you have to spray even the mushrooms.
Yeah, we spray mushrooms, but not every chemical that you spray on mushroom is compatible with mushroom production. Some are incompatible. They can cause wilting. Yeah. But remember, your room should be moist and cold.
Mostly cold.
No sunlight should penetrate.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Now Kenyans, here we go. Mshasikia habari ndio hiyo. We
Mushroom,
can progress there. From there, we can go on and do mushroom farming successfully. All the best.
And we enjoy.